Where are they?
They're probably upstairs.
They never answered the door. Oh, wait. It's Monday night.
They're on the second floor.
Hey guys, welcome back to Second Floor Sessions. We've got another guest today.
We've got Cody Chapman here with us, and I'm super excited. And when we were in school together, all of us were in school together, and I think out of us three, we probably were the less likely to succeed in life, and I think we've done pretty well for ourselves.
Yeah,
all three of us. But I'm super excited. Let's just dive into it. Cody, glad to have you.
Hey, glad to be here. Glad to be here. That's for sure.
So, give us a rundown of the beginnings of Cody Chapman. I don't even know. Were you raised in Loudoun County?
I was, and then we briefly disappeared to Florida for a short period of time, and we're back up here from. I was in kindergarten, I guess. Started eating elementary. Was there for a few years, and then moved to Philadelphia.
Okay. Okay.
So y'all lived in North City for a while?
Greenback.
Oh, heck.
Greenback.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Mm.
So this is what we like. We like to learn. I like to learn new things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we lived out past Glendale Community Center.
Where'd you live out in Florida? Remember?
Clearwater.
Clearwater. Is that where your grandparents live?
No, they live in Orlando.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sophistication over on that side of town.
Yeah.
All right. So I did not meet you until I went to Philadelphia, which would have been, well,
No, you were at Sticky.
yeah, I was.
Yeah, but we were neighbors before that.
But we knew before I went to Philadelphia. I knew
Mhm.
you. Okay. We went to daycare together.
Yeah.
That's how it started. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
And I guess we didn't really theoretically meet until high school.
It's high school. Yep.
And I mean, it's just like, we just kind of stepped off just like everybody else. And
Went with
Yep.
Life took off, but
yeah, all clicked up and there it was.
so I'd like to say with Cody, we run together. We've hung out. We've camped. We've done everything here in Loudoun together, as far as burning the place down and campfires, you name it. But in a minute, I'm pretty excited about his story of work. I remember some stuff when we were in high school together. I'll jump a little bit there. But when we were in high school, I remember in Napier's class.
There's a bunch of stories that could.
Well, no, it was Napier, and you know how he always don't be looking out the window, don't be sleeping, don't anything.
Yeah.
And I remember Cody in his class. I think he was either sleeping or he's probably looking out the window, whichever, probably both. But anyways, I remember Napier telling him that, of course, Napier's. You can do the best Napier impression. The last time you did it,
Oh
you
my
did
goodness.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Shot who? Yeah.
Don't
That
be
kind of
looking out the
stuff.
windows. The taxpayers will get mad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So-
that's
Can't hear for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I remember he sent him out of the classroom, and I remember him telling the class when he went out of the classroom. I don't remember. This was.
Probably your junior year, I'd say.
That's what I was going to
You-
say. It would have been sophomore or junior.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, he said, "Now guys, if we don't do better than Mr. Chapman, we're not going to make it." And I remember him saying that, and it stuck with me. And then Chapman's success story, I would call it,
It is.
when he got out. But let's dive into that.
So
dive in.
let's point out this too, though, because this is a good for people listening. You did not graduate, right?
Correct. I did not.
This is
Okay.
a success
I didn't know
story
that. Okay.
for a dropout, a high
Okay.
school dropout,
Okay.
which I hear a lot of, and
Yeah.
hear a lot of people tell me. And this is a good one. So.
Well, I was going to say college, but I didn't go to college. You didn't go to college. You didn't go to college.
Right.
But if you didn't, I mean, Okay, that's fair. Absolutely.
No, we
I
barely
didn't
walked
know
across stage.
that. I know. That's right.
We didn't like
That's
much
right.
from not being able to.
That's right.
I know. I had the credits too. I had the credits almost by Christmas my senior year.
Yeah, see,
And-
you were in for a long haul. Brody got
remember-
out early.
Yeah. Well, mine was a interaction with a female that led to a potential kid at the time.
Ah, so conduct was the issue.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
I do remember it was you only had a few months left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, I do have a few months left, and I was like, dang, he dropped out. You know, I
Yeah.
do remember that.
Yep, I had I'm not gonna say her name on here, but had a girl tell me that she was pregnant, and I had a good job at the time working at Blue Beacon Truck Wash. I was a shift supervisor up there, and you know, was doing all right, and felt like that's where I needed to be. And school just really wasn't my thing at the time, anyways.
It wasn't none of our things.
Yeah, all right.
No.
No.
None of us
No.
was brave enough just to take off either, though.
Yeah,
That's
well,
not- in me, it wasn't.
Oh, I would
I
have
was
never.
like, I'm not going to do
I would have
that.
never been allowed
But
to do
now,
that.
looking at it, I'm like,
Even if I was 18. I
I'm looking
graduated
at
at
it.
17.
I'm
I
looking
wouldn't
at it
even-
now, you know, and I'm like, okay, what if I did? It wouldn't have changed anything.
No,
You know
it
what I
wouldn't
mean?
change nothing.
Nothing for me, or you, or any of us.
No, I think no, you know, I think it's a milestone of accomplishment. It's like I achieved that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as what you get from walking across that stage,
Right.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah,
It
you don't
doesn't have any weight to it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not in a world where everybody's lacking work ethic these days.
Mm-hmm. You're
Yeah.
not kidding. That's a
And
biggie.
Accountability.
Mm-hmm. That is a biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, we live in such a world that, you know, people have realized that even if they do put in 70, 80, you know, hours, they're still barely scraping by.
Mm-hmm. Right now, more than ever.
Yep. And that's, gosh, there's no incentives for people to work hard anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, I
No.
agree.
No, there ain't. There's nothing. Half of it comes from raising, though. I mean, you know, us getting out, growing up all the years we have and did together, and wrecking dirt bikes and four wheelers and bicycles and fighting and hauling hay together. I mean, all of that. Every little experience we get growing up gets us to where we are today, and has made us grunt through something we didn't want to do.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know, it's but where others may quit or whatever. So, but that's kind of Cody's story. Let's start. So, take off right where you just left off, right there, and just kind of run with it. Blue Beacon and go.
Blue Beacon, and then I was riding bulls at the time, going
I remember that.
pretty consistently, every couple rodeos a weekend. Could get a check here and there, but went to a practice pen one day, just getting on practice bulls, and ended up breaking a lot of stuff because there was no bullfighter. And I said whenever I come back, I think I ended up breaking my femur, my tib fib, pile of ribs. Like it was a nasty ordeal. It took a while to heal from it. But came back from it, so I was going to learn to fight bulls and picked up a knack for it. Shortly after that, of course, Blue Beacon let go of me at that point too, because I'd been out for almost 4 or 5 months before I could even.
Oh, healing up.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that broken femur was a big
Yeah.
deal.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
And then shortly after that, I started fighting bulls and realized I could get a check every time I fought bulls, and was able, God bless me, with enough deals to kind of stay afloat. And then I realized that things financially just were not completely covered. I had a steady girlfriend at the time who actually ended up being my wife a couple of years later. And we ended up having our first kid, who is now, she's 12. So maybe my timing's off a little bit on that. But ended up taking up shoeing horses. I learned how to trim some horses that were pretty feral. Nobody else wanted to touch them, and I had enough.
It's the only ones you get when you're starting out,
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
it?
You get the
gotta-
crap.
you
Yeah.
gotta
It's just
pay
like
your
working in a
dues.
shop. You get the crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you don't get kicked 2 or 3 times a day during your first few days shoeing horses, your first few months.
So
Probably.
I'm just curious, when you were fighting bulls, like in a when you go to a rodeo or something, what does that look like for a bullfighter? What is the a check? Is that like $100 or is that like,
Most time, like nowadays, like your little local rodeos are $400 to $400 a night.
golly?
Back then it was $250 a night.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's pretty
$500.
decent.
That kind of went a little way
Yeah,
back in.
absolutely.
The
Problem is it's Saturday,
So
Sunday,
that's what I was going to say. Can you do 2 nights then?
Yep. We
Okay.
always did 2 nights.
Okay.
but there ain't no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They're
Yeah.
moving. They're
Right,
moving
yeah,
bulls
right,
and
yeah,
pins. And,
mhm.
yeah, that's the downfall.
Didn't mean to cut you off. I just
That's a little extra money nowadays.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Work
that's
full-time
what you get for
job.
packing panels.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I quickly got out of that just because I didn't like staying someplace till midnight. I'd rather, go hang out and drink a beer with everybody than,
Yeah.
be labor.
Yeah. But
Um,
go back to shoeing horses. I was just curious what they made. That's just a little side money for sure.
yeah, like one of my buddies now, Justin Crump, he was a young guy that started out with me. He's working or doing PBRs, not upper level PBRs, entry level PBRs, and I want to say he's probably making $1,000 a night.
Wow.
Yep.
Pretty good. For sure.
Yeah, a great guy, and he's really capitalizing on his opportunities for sure. But shoeing horses, it snowballed.
How did you get into that exactly?
Just watching Dale Collis.
Okay.
That was literally the baseline. I took an interest in it with Dale Collis doing my mother's horses, and before long, Brent Ozan told me I could come pull shoes for him. That was a paying job, so I took them both on and worked with it. After a few months of working with Brent, I decided that I want something a little more consistent, and so I decided I want to jump out on my own and go at this. And sure enough, God once again blessed me with enough work to get by, and it snowballed into, I guess, about this time last year. And I was burnt out. I was doing way too many horses.
You were traveling a bunch.
I was.
too.
I was
Yeah.
going to Ocala once a month, Aiken, and it took a toll. I missed part of my kids growing up, but the money was so good that it was hard to just walk away from.
Yeah,
It was
sure.
crazy.
Yeah.
One truck, one trailer, and this goes back to the IRS thing, but made somewhere around 240,000.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
that's
guy,
awesome.
no building, just a
Yeah.
truck and a trailer.
That's awesome. Sure.
And a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I don't take it.
Back-breaking work's what I call it.
Absolutely. I don't take any. That's
You got to
that's
have a
next level
strong
stuff.
back to do that job, man.
Well, I looked up the reason why the year before last was so good is because I'd finally paid enough of my dues to where I got all the good barns in our area. And I had the same barns. I'd go to the same barn Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday was my tack shoes on, my screw-up day, and if nothing bad happened, I got Friday off if I could manage to pull it all together. But during that time period, I was shooing, somewhere, I'd say I'd shoot at least 40 full sets a week, 10 full sets a day, if not a few more.
Yeah.
And it beat me down. And then I was shooting a horse that had he's always been really tough. He never wore back shoes before me, or they pulled his back shoes because he'd been having issues and was a real pain in the butt to get by. And for some reason, he snatched at the right time and ruptured a disc in my lower back. And it wasn't so much the pain. I think my mind had just had enough of dealing with all the constant horse owners and constant wear and
Which are
tear.
crazy.
Yep.
Crazy. And I am a horse owner. So before anybody starts commenting or anything, I own horses. And they're freaking, horse owners are nuts. Can be.
These horse owners are on a different level, though, right? I mean,
Oh, yes,
Correct.
they are.
Correct.
I've heard,
Yeah.
like, he come into the store and he's telling me like that. Some of these barns are air conditioned where the horses are at. That's
Correct.
crazy.
Correct. I had a really, really nice barn in White Pine called Kate's Bluff, and it was heated, cooled. Like the only time I had to go outside was whenever I was going because they wouldn't allow my forage inside the barn because you got something that's burning 2,600 degrees. You don't want something to go boom and total it. But they sell their horses as 2-year-olds or yearlings for well into 6 figures. So a little bit of pressure though with that too. You
Now,
screw
what
up.
kind of horses were those?
Warm bloods. Particular warm bloods that were bred from something out
What do
of
you
Europe.
mean warm bloods?
That's their horse guy. That's a actual breed. like walking horses or quarter
Never
horses.
heard of a warm blood.
Yeah,
Ever.
they're big sport horses.
Big
What-
big
what-
horse
what
guy.
kind of
He's a big
sport?
horse guy.
Jumping.
Okay. So like
Yeah.
dressage?
Yeah, that's the flat stuff. We're talking horses that are jumping, 6-foot fences,
Okay.
and
I thought they used like thoroughbreds for that stuff. Like they did round
thorough-
track racing.
Yeah, no, thoroughbreds can't hold up quite as well. I mean, you can get into it with thoroughbred, but
So young, what'd you call them? Warm bloods.
warm bloods,
Warm bloods.
Yeah.
Never heard of them. Over
Yeah.
there?
18 hand monsters.
Really?
I call them dumb bloods because they'll do some of the stupidest crap. I mean, the wrong color butterfly fly by them, and all of a sudden the world ends. And,
Yeah.
or they turn around and while you're shooting them, they just fall asleep and dang near fall down. Or I
Huh.
mean, it's just
Backs are always harder to do than fronts too, right? If a horse is going to act up, usually they're acting up back there than on the fronts.
yeah, I don't know. I think I end up having more issues with as far as a horse's behavior. It's getting bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there is I'll say it 99% of the time, if a horse owner is not there, the horse behaves 100 times better. It's like,
Yeah.
your kids. If somebody's watching your kids, man, they're angels. If you're there watching your kids with them, man, they're trying to set the dang door on fire. And,
Yeah. Yep. I could see that too.
That's pretty wild. I wouldn't have thought of that. It
Yeah.
makes a difference.
it absolutely does.
So how long did you shoe horses though?
20, almost 2012 till last year. I'd say like full time. I'd say 2014 till last year.
Okay. So 12 years straight.
Yeah. Okay.
12
Dang,
years
I lied to
straight.
a lot of people. I told a lot of people 20 years. Felt like it. It was an honest mistake. I was not trying to bloat. But it was, and I've gone back to it a little bit, just nowhere near to the same extent that I was doing.
Yeah. What'd you say you done today?
Been clearing land, cleaning up a big clearing job.
No. How many horses today?
6 full sets this morning and a half set by lunch.
Six
So-
full sets. So that's 6 horses.
Correct.
Okay.
6 horses, four
Full.
sheep.
Full. So
I mean,
yeah,
4.
24 shoes.
Yeah,
Yep.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means. So now that's your side hustle.
Yeah. Yeah, and really it's just for people that dang sure enough like.
Yeah.
People that were, stuck with me from day one.
You ought to call the Senegals back. They liked you.
She did. She messaged me yesterday. Stephanie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she messaged me yesterday. Said she's struggling. I don't know who she's using right now, so I'm trying to be picky on.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody's struggling somewhere with a horse, and actually, the horse she wants me to do kicked me in the face 3 years ago, and I'm talking tore off a flap that you could cover your ear with.
Yeah, that's one thing about Cody. He has put some nasty photos online. I'm like, I wouldn't even touch some of the stuff that he's done.
Yeah.
He'd be his arm, his bone be hanging out of his arm or something. He'd be out there taking pictures of it. I'm like, oh, he'd get tough.
Well, it all started with motocross.
tough.
When we
that's
was
true.
kids, that's when he used to get hurt bad. Was that? I remember. What did you do? You break both legs?
No, I broke everything in the right leg again.
No.
The first time.
When we were Matt, but your brother broke both of his wrists, didn't
He
he?
broke one arm, broke his wrist really bad, and then I broke. It was probably a year later, and I broke everything the same way: femur, tib, fib, and something in my ankle.
So all that was already weak anyway, because it's been it healed
Oh,
back.
yeah.
They say it's stronger when they heal
They
back.
say
That's
that's
what they
yeah,
say.
that's
Different spot.
Yeah.
Different.
So
They've
how
been,
how did that happen? What was you doing?
at a motocross track off Watt Road, and just a simple little jump that was kind of in a turn, a little double, and it's kind of wet that day, and I'd gotten cross rutted, which is, as you take off, your back tire hits stuck in one rut and your front stays in another, and I didn't let it out, but I figured it'd straighten up, and it didn't. Well, as I was coming over, I stuck my leg out, and everything just snapped over. I remember they loaded me in the back seat of my dad's black Dodge extended cab pickup, not a 4-door.
Yeah,
And,
1500.
I was didn't have a tear come down my eye, even though I said, "I ain't no way I'm gonna cry in front of Dad. Ain't no way." And man, they're sitting there, and at that point, I realized my femur was broken. I thought I was just really being a sissy. And they're sitting there sliding me in that back seat, and I'm trying to, like, think about everything else in the world. But then we hit that little sharp curve right past Walt Road coming back towards Loudon, and all of a sudden Dad's truck cuts out. He starts trying to run out of gas. Luckily, I don't know, maybe he's just going downhill or maybe that's something, but for some reason we made it to the old Loudon Hospital up on the hill.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know if you've seen it lately. It looks like an insane asylum now.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so
crazy
too.
House.
I believe that's what. Is it dementia patients that live there now?
I'm not for sure.
Yeah, it's something like that. But yeah, it does kind of look like that. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's where all the crazy stare at the window.
Now, therefore, he can absolutely flat out ride a dirt bike. Him and his brother both. Now, wasn't you in like actual competition there for a little bit?
We raced. I never did get quite as serious as my brother did.
Okay.
I took a right turn and said I wanted to ride bulls.
Okay.
And my mother took me down to a guy's house named Steve Udi when I was younger, and she wanted to take me down there where I'd keep my mouth shut and I wouldn't push on her anymore. Well, it kind of had a reverse effect,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and bit her in the butt, and I ended up hanging with that for over 20 years. That's for sure. For over 20 years, rodeo was an every weekend thing.
I rode my first bull right out there. I don't know if you remember that. It wasn't even a bull.
No, it was
like
that
a
was
calf.
Moo.
It was like a calf.
That was Moo. That was Moo. She's a black Angus that we had bottle fed.
Yeah, had a broken leg.
She had a broken leg. That's how his mama ended up getting her. She was rehabbing her.
You're making me feel better every time.
Well, that's all right. I remember Bo.
That's the only one I got on
Bo
too.
got on her, and I remember he hit on his point on that butt cheek. And he rolled around with his hands on his butt, like doing like the flop. Where you get that sharp, you hit it just right.
Just perfect.
On that spot.
Yeah, I don't want none of that. Ground's too hard. I found that out real quick. I couldn't imagine being on something that bucked me even higher.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy the stuff we survived.
it is. It really, truly is.
My oldest asked me, she goes, "What was it like when you grew up?" And literally, this was a conversation we had this morning. I said, everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
I said, nobody was stressed if you walked across the street.
Yeah.
I said, there was no concern at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if your behavior was bad, somebody else's parent would handle it.
Yeah.
I said, gosh, now I'm afraid to let y'all walk and go check the mailbox because of somebody texting and driving.
Mm-hmm.
Or you all making a bad decision like shooting a BB gun towards the house like you did yesterday. That was literally the example. And man, it's just you look down our street now. I don't know.
It's sickening.
5 people.
It makes me sick.
Yeah.
I mean, be thankful you don't live on this road no more. Because it makes me sick. It really does. I can't stand it.
I had 3 houses. I bought my house in 2008. I had 3 houses on a dead-end road. And now I have like 13 or 14 on a quarter-mile dead-end road.
Yeah.
Quarter-mile. They built 9 homes last year.
That's
at my
my
house.
goal, is to make sure nobody can move around me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Crazy.
But
I remember in Loudon, I mean, it wasn't nothing for us to hop on a bike and just ride from Food City in Loudon
Wherever we wanted to.
down
Wherever we wanted to.
Mulberry, all the way down Mulberry, all the way to the fountain.
I knew.
I just know I couldn't go across that bridge, is what Mom always told me.
We knew we were too mean to anybody. Ain't nobody going to kidnap us.
No.
We were way too mean. We were way too mean. My dad used to tell my mom, she'd say, "What if they get kidnapped?" Dad'd say, "They're going to come back and kill us. What's going to happen?" That's what Dad used to always say. But yeah, it was. I
won't even let my kids play out. This is crazy. I live on that dead end road, and I won't even let them play out in the yard without me out there watching them or something.
Boy, I'd let them out. I'd let my 2 out there because my 2, I can't. You know how close I live on this road. It's so bad. Yeah. But I let them out there. We make them go around the back of the house here. I mean, heck, you look out here. There's a pitching mound out here and nets and all kinds. We make them get back here out of the way. You know, you don't know what kind of idiot's gonna come up there and blow through that stop sign and wreck or.
And that puts such a cap on what they're gonna their future because they're never gonna understand how to sort issues out.
Yeah,
Like,
or you got a issue and how to handle it.
I mean, if you guys think, if you actually stop and think for a minute, like how much has changed from the 90s when we all were born and grew up in the 90s, and how quickly it changed from like 2000. You know, I don't remember a ton of anything relevant till I was over 10 years old probably. It was just fun and crazy and wild or whatever. But by the time I hit 2000, you know, year 2000, I'm 10 years old in that year. You guys were 11 or 12 probably. You know, that's really when things, like, you noticed a change and stuff. I mean, I can remember riding around in Dad's truck listening to cassette tapes. You know, everybody didn't have CDs and CD players. I don't even know if they're around, you know. But it was tapes, and then it went to CDs, and then MP3 players, and this and that and this and that, you know, and then dial-up internet came out, and now all of a sudden you have internet on your phone. Well, hell, it wasn't even a phone then.
I was just thinking the other day about riding in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
My kids, I mean, they're not going to get to do that. I mean, not to what
No,
we used to do.
my kids
running
are-
60 down 72 to Loudon. I ain't going to do that.
On the interstate. Cody's talking about going to Watt Road to ride dirt bikes. One time I went up there to ride four-wheelers with Ryan Stevens and his dad, and he had an old Chevrolet dually and old trailer. Didn't even have a middle floor. It was just like a car hauler, so it was wide enough to put cars on. The center was open, you know, and we'd get them four-wheelers on there and turn them sideways and line them
Stack
up.
'em up.
Me, him, and Brody went up there, and his daddy took us. We rode in the back of the truck all the way up to Watt Road, and when we left that place, we were going, you know, that driveway in was rutted out and it was rough, and we were going through there, and I'm sitting on against the tailgate, you know, tailgate right here in the back of the bed, or looking. I look over like that right there, freaking trailer comes off the ball. You know, we're in the back of the dang truck. What about what happened on the interstate? You know.
Gosh.
I mean, it's a million wonders we survived. It really is. Play basketball out in the middle of the road. Just
yeah, we'd make them stop.
didn't have to worry about it.
Make
They didn't
them
care to stop. It wasn't in
Make
such a big hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Well,
know?
that's another problem. Everybody wants it right now.
Everybody's in a
right
rush,
now.
man.
Gotta have it.
Everybody's in a rush.
I'll bet you deal with that a bunch.
Oh, I do. I
Oh,
do.
man.
Absolutely.
I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah. No, I get. Well, I mean, I get it. You know, it's just like I tell everybody, like, I can have it all. You know, I can have it for you tonight. You know, tomorrow or whatever.
We're gotten way off topic.
That's fine. It's
So-
all good.
Oh, I thought this was like, is that what you wanted?
This is perfect. It's fine.
It doesn't matter.
It's fine.
I just want to make sure we get everything out because we've not finished you yet with you shoot horses for 12, 14 years, something like that. And you decided when you moved around and your head went, golly, man, this is long enough. What did you decide to do?
Well, by this point, I was up to 3 kids. I'd been through one marriage of 13 years. It was a peaceful part ways. We've been together a long time.
Oh, I
and-
did not know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we grew apart, and it was a mutual decision that things would be better. And now we're all really close friends. Taylor and my current wife, I mean, they talk daily, and I mean about everything.
Yeah.
And man, they'll get to roast to me, and it's it's wonderful to be honest with you, because that means they're not fighting with each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
It
Absolutely.
is. And now I end up having a little boy with Jess, and now we have got a little girl due in 2 weeks.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
And you're doing what now for a living since you hung a rasp up?
Pretty much anything that has to do with cleaning property up. Nonetheless, we ended up buying an excavator, bought a mulching head for it, and that had a little bit of traction, but just simplistic bush hogging. That seems to be people don't like bush hogging seep stuff, and that they will absolutely pay almost anything you want, to where they don't have to worry about rolling their tractor on the spot.
Huh.
Wow.
Really?
Within within realistic expectation. You can't go in there.
Yeah,
You know,
but I
charge 'em.
mean, that's pretty slick. I mean, going from shoeing horses and them things kicking your butt. You know, I'm not saying that excavating's easy, but like you said, if you got a cabbed in, you know, that makes it.
Yeah, as
kinda
long as you
nice.
ain't got to
But
worry about freaking
now,
yellow
I
jackets,
have-
right?
I've been on an excavator for an old T190 Bobcat
Yeah, yeah.
on that thing for about 7 hours, and you get off of it and you still feel like you're on it. Everything still feels like.
I can't close my hands like that without feeling it just vibrate up through my arms.
But I mean,
when I've
old
been
wore
on 'em.
out thing. I'm like, now I can't imagine what a smooth machine feels like. You know, like a nice new machine. But
Yeah, it'll feel rough. If it's got tracks on it, it's rough, man.
yeah, I know. Yeah, but I'm just talking about the sticks. You can just feel everything in the sticks with that T190. I can only imagine what something nice feels like.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd like to have the payment on that T190 as opposed to something nice.
Well, I guarantee you. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
Like I said, things were really tight back during the winter, and and I'm not a very spiritual person, but it seems like God gives me just enough each month. And at first I looked at it like, you know, gosh, I'm working as hard as I can. I'm milking every avenue that's got a dairy barn on it. Why am I not getting ahead? And then I step back and realize, you know what? A lot of people would love to be in this position.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just getting by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's funny. I chilled out a little bit, and for some reason, a little more traction got gathered up, and things kind of started snowballing a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you busy right now?
Fair. Yeah. I always want more. Always. But I'm happy with what I got. I got a little time off when I want it,
Mm-hmm.
and we take advantage of when the work is there, though.
Are you having to travel much for doing any of that?
A little bit. When I say travel, we're just only, we might go an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But state troopers have kind of made it a little tougher on your business.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
On your companies going up and down the road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've and rightly so, but they've made it tougher where you might be able to go and get an excavator and not have to make a payment for the first year, but TDOT's gonna make it where you have to go through.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
jump through every hoop they are.
Yep, and have to have $6,000 worth of permits,
Tags.
everything
Mhm.
to where you can.
Yeah, if you're gonna make anything off of it, you're gonna have to pay a bunch to them.
Yep.
It's like my father-in-law. He's worried to death
They'll even
about.
pull you over. The right trooper will even pull you over and check your stuff.
Oh, absolutely, they will.
Crazy. I
For
didn't
sure.
know that. I just thought it was way stations and stuff like that. But if you get an inspection officer that is certified, if he rolls up by you, it's like the guys with the mowers and stuff.
Oh
They'll
yeah.
stop that truck, check every single chain, every strap, the poundage on the strap.
Everything about
Oh
it.
yeah.
And guess what?
Mm.
Them two mowers on there that you got, and that backpack blower, and that little bit of mulch on the back, because you're going to be doing some mulching later and all that, when it adds up,
Oh yeah.
because you got them two 2,500-pound axles on there,
Yeah.
and you're at 6,000 pounds. I had a guy tell me that TDOT wrote him up, I think it was $10 for every pound he was
That's
over.
exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
And they'll
Lord.
do the same thing if you're not strapped. Up in Knoxville, a guy, one of my customers, he was up there doing some over aerating, overseeding and stuff, and he didn't have nothing strapped down. He was just going like a mile down the road, whatever, to the next house. He didn't strap nothing down,
Yeah.
and he had like 2 aerators, a seed hopper with on like a big mower,
Yeah.
and it was $10 for every 100 pounds that was unstrapped.
Ha, heck.
Yeah, and it
For every
wound-
100 pounds.
For every 100 pounds that was unstrapped, and it was somewhere in the ballpark of like I think he told me, if I'm not mistaken, it's like $8,000 worth of fines
Yeah.
that they
that's
got
crazy.
him
They
for.
will.
Absolutely insane.
They will hammer you.
At the weigh station, right past my store, they've got a weigh station. You roll off if the cops are present, the troopers going towards Greenback,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they'll sit there. They called a big company that is a really good customer of mine, construction company. They went across the scales with one of their dump trucks, failed tires or something. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
Date, whatever it was.
Yeah.
They called C&D to come fix their tires for them. And as they're sitting on the scales, this is what they come from the driver. As they're sitting on the scales, the trooper goes back to C&D and wrote them up for 4 seatbelt tickets. because they were on 411, even on the way station though.
Yeah.
I don't know if they didn't pull in and they didn't have them on. I don't know. I don't know that.
So
but
he went
they
back there and
forced-
got the truck coming to help the other one.
Yes, absolutely.
Golly, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I had one behind me this morning. I took that excavator down there, and it's over the commercial driver. You know, it's over 26,000 pounds, everything combined. And he checked both sides. First, he come up on my passenger side, and like I could see him hanging out. I said, "Oh God, I don't have any of my anything, no CDL. I got business insurance. I got, you know, if I have a screw up, everything's covered.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I take every safety precaution. There's
You got your tags?
no. That's what. No, were you
I
going to
can't
put
believe he didn't get you.
if you going to put under a commercial tag, they're more apt to pull you over. Where right now he thinks, you know, all that could be personal.
You could say farm use or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he did. He checked both sides, and whenever I saw him back off, because I knew my stuff was pretty good, I said, "Well, there's no sense in not going on over." So I pulled over, and he pulled up on the other side and looked at it, and then just waved as he passed by, and I said, "Woo, girls, I'm glad y'all don't have to cry your way out of that ticket." Look at Livy. She's over there stressing. She's "Oh, would they have taken you to jail?" I said, "Probably." I said, Livy's my 7-year-old. She's done exceptionally well. She's in the top 8% in the country
In what?
reading.
Wow.
Reading.
She didn't take after you.
Maybe I just didn't lead on with you all.
That's what it is.
Talk low, talk slow, but don't talk too much.
Oh.
But yeah, she read 100, and, I don't know, somewhere around 150 words a minute, and that was as the early part of her being a first grader. So
Wow.
there's
She-
and she was way on up her math too.
Mhm.
But as far she can't figure out how to get all the conditioner out of her hair. I mean, it's
Yeah.
There's always that's it.
yeah. There's a cat.
Uh-huh.
everywhere.
If Avery sees an A, a V, an E, an R, or Y, or any of those letters that's in his name on anything, he tells me his name's on it. So I'm just waiting. We'll see where mine falls at, and I'll let you know.
You know, I was just thinking when you were telling that story a second ago, your brother come and he dug a
Must be talking about his brother.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a thing. I was like,
No.
Yeah, I thought you
Your
were talking about
brother,
that too first.
he come and dug a in ground or a above ground pool. I wanted it in ground, so he come and dug me out of in ground at my house, and I stuck the in ground above ground pool. I stuck an in ground in this what he cut
In
me
the
out.
ground.
In the ground. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So and it was one of them cheap pools. But anyways, he done it and he cut it out perfect. I mean, he transit laid it all out, and speaking of strapping everything down, and you know how Wassy knobs.
Mm-hmm.
He puts that thing up on the trailer. He's like, "All right, I paid him." Pulls it up on the trailer, jumps off trailer, grabs the truck, and I mean, hauled the mail up Hiawassee. I called him about probably, I don't know, 2 minutes. I said, "Man, you didn't strap any of that down. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it. I'm just on the way home. I'm just heading towards the house." I said,
Yeah.
"Okay." Which at that time, I think he lived down Von Orr Sweetwater.
He used to haul that old before he
Didn't miss a beat though. I'm good. I was like, "You're going up Hiawassee knobs."
You're the reason why they're dang state troopers are after everybody
Yeah.
trying to make a living.
Oh,
Appreciate
yeah.
that.
when he got done working for Fudd, he hadn't been done with them too long. I was still working at Farragut, and he came by the store one day, and he had a car hauling trailer with a mini X on it. Warped up, bent up. You can tell he's been hauling way too much weight. You know, wheels about to fall off a stupid truck. One come loose or something. Want me to make sure it's still tight. Just doing what he could do, but making it work.
There's a reason why I don't let him borrow any of my stuff. And if I let him borrow a trailer, I'll say the only thing that moves it is the ball of another truck. Because he will grab the tongue or something with his excavator and just.
Yeah.
I think he's harder on stuff than Keith Kelly was.
Oh, heck.
Keith Kelly going hooked a 20,000-pound dozer with his 1,500-pound pickup, and I mean, have 100 foot of rope, and he's gonna put 90 foot of slack in there to start out with, and he's wide open.
Oh,
Man.
so, Cody's brother, Matt's, we'll have him on here one day, too. We'll get him as a guest, but he's another success story.
He is a success,
Another one. Both of you guys have done extremely well.
Absolutely.
Extremely well.
I think about you all the time. I do.
Yeah, I envy
Just how,
both of you.
How, like, in school, how, man, these cats ain't going to do nothing. You know, and you always hear the teachers. I'm sure you was told many times in high school that you ain't never going to be anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what'd you say, 240? Ain't nobody seen 240 in 20 years at high school. You know what I mean? They ain't making that. You know what I mean? It's just...
No,
that's every event leads you to where you're at. It could be, you know, all of us are surrounded with pretty good work ethic around, as far as everybody in our families worked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't an option.
you're right.
No,
You know,
absolutely. No.
The question was how hard are you going to kick it to, you know, be comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think too, and I mean, I'm speaking for myself. Like when I was growing up, I was pretty dang poor. I mean, it's just the way it was. Mom was working 2 jobs, and Dad's back was broke, and I worked at the grocery store from 11 to 18, and that's all I knew. You know what I mean? That's all I knew. And I just know that Mom's like, you got to work, you got to work, you got to work. So that's all she done. You know, she'd work from 7:30 till 4:30 at the courthouse, and then she'd leave and go to the neighborhood at Tellico Village and work from 5:30 till 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and done it for 5-6 years straight, you know, until she come county clerk. But I just see that, and then I guess how we were raised, like we didn't get everything we wanted. And I think as of today, we could probably have pretty much anything we want. You know, if we want it, we can go get it.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're extremely blessed in that way. But I think a lot of it was our raising, and we're, like I said, speaking for myself, I think we were raised kind of poor.
Yeah,
and
we didn't have a silver spoon.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Yeah, he had that wood grain Bronco.
Oh my God.
Well, your dad did teach you, and your mom did. That's all they've done though is work. I know that.
Oh yeah, my mom and dad work. I can't say that I really needed for anything though. You know, we always had food on the table or fed friends over or anybody else. You know, nobody'd go hungry unless it was Cameron Kelly because he would only eat Nutter Butters. Hot dogs. But, you know, anywhere we go to your mom and dad's or over at your mom's house swimming, and y'all order pizza.
Yep.
We'd be at Kelly's pool and they'd order something, or we'd eat at my mom and dad's. It ain't like we ever went hungry. We had bikes, motorcycles, 4-wheelers.
Absolutely, I'm not going to say that.
It ain't like we were just poor as a church mouse or something. You know, but it was at the same time. You know, we never were taught that you're going to get anything by not working. I mean, my parents were gone. My mom worked swing shift. If she wasn't there, she was at work. If she was there, you got outside and you shut up, because if you woke her up, you were dead.
Oh yeah.
I remember coming to your house and that being a thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Dick, always Dick.
Oh yeah.
It took me many times to figure out what she was calling him.
I think she just changed the letter. We all know what she really meant. Dude, I'll remember cutting your ear off for that pool.
I was up there the other day. And, yeah, with the pool skimmer pole.
Yeah, the pole.
Yeah, the pole. I was up there swimming on 4th of July, day before the 4th of July, and Will threw something at me, standing up there on that deck, and threw something at me. You know, like that. I said, God, don't you do that again. You like your daddy. You know, threw that skimmer pole, about cut half my ear off. Daggum it. But yeah, he was just like his daddy. But I envy you, man. You work for yourself, and there's so much that goes into that. You know it. it isn't all about the money. The money makes things easier,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yep.
sometimes you might need to give up some money
Absolutely, I agree with that.
to truly become rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know,
free and rich. Absolutely.
yeah.
But don't something that I have just acquired here in the last probably 3 or 4 months. In all honesty, somebody's in that closet. You heard the noise, all of a sudden you start looking around.
No, I'm waiting on some kids to be busting through
Uh,
here.
is don't spend so much time trying to build a living that you forget to have a life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Absolutely.
Because it's,
Yeah.
you know, we've all got young kids right now. And I saw a thing the other day that said, you never take the same kid to the beach twice. Let that sink in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, no, you don't.
yeah.
You don't.
And by the time we did the math on it here years ago, whenever me and Jess first got together, was I get my daughters 50% of the time, Callie and Livy, 50 right off the bat. Well, I have to share that with school. So out of that 50% between school and extracurriculars and my work schedules, trying to get off at 4 or 5 every day or be done, I'm down to 12% of the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After the age of 13, all of a sudden, those kids want to cut that by like 75%.
Mm-hmm.
So you're down to 3% of productive time before they're 12.
Yeah. You can look at stuff like that. Like I see, that's like you get one summer with your baby. You get 2 summers with your toddler. You get, it breaks it down like that, and it's not much at all. And speaking of spending, or no, what'd you say? No, not spending. Shoot, what was it you just said? Something about don't spend all your time making money or whatever. And it said I seen something the other day, and it made me stop and think for a minute. But it was like the most expensive thing you'll ever spend money on or spend is your time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most expensive spending you'll ever do is your time. Be careful how much you work or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think we get it in our mind, or at least in my mind, I want to provide, like, for some reason I got on the kick when I started getting a little bit of traction shooting horses. I said, I want to leave it where my kids can relax later on.
Mm-hmm.
Something, probably just like you, Russ, and I'm not saying anything bad about, I'm a product of my own competence, not, I want to do better. I want my life to be better than mine was, because I find that kind of stuff to be a little self-centered. But I want generational wealth.
Yeah.
I want to be able to pass.
I would
stuff
love,
on.
absolutely. Yeah.
But it's not doable.
It's absolutely not.
In today's world, it's not.
Because anything extra you make, somebody else needs.
I love my kids. I love them to death. I'm gonna do anything for them, but they're gonna have to figure out how to make it. I just hate to tell them, because me and Mom, we got to survive too. You know what I mean? You can't. I'm hoping to be debt free in 3 to 5 years. Will that happen? I don't know, but I'm just saying, like,
Well,
y'all gonna have to figure it out. I'm here for you, but
we're getting ready to go into some sort of a depression in the United States. Speaking of, so we'll just go off to this. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but it's kind of getting there. I listen, and I'm not done with it yet. I've still probably got 30 more minutes left. But the new episode that on the Sean Ryan Show, which is a podcast. Shout out Sean Ryan. His newest episode's got Mike Rowe on there. Dirty Jobs, and it's a good one, man. I like Mike Rowe, but he said there's 7.5 million working or non-working men in the United States.
Phew. Wow.
So there's 4, I think that's right. Maybe, anyway, there's like 400 and something thousand jobs available right now needing workers. And welders, okay, for every 5 that retire, 2 are being replaced. And last year we built 3 ships for the war, for naval. 3 ships. China built over 20 something.
Yeah.
We were able to build 3.
Yeah.
But what it's going to come down to is, I mean, we're going to we're gonna lapse over here soon. With
Yeah,
something's
absolutely.
gonna come to a head. We're gonna go into a recession. We're gonna have, it's everything that we do is going to come down in cost because you're not going to be able to charge so much. It's like the housing industry. It goes way up when everything's just, like this most recent COVID. It goes way up. Well, eventually people are going to quit buying. And everybody's going to have to lower their costs. It's eventually going to have to happen.
It has to happen. I mean, it has to happen. Now, whether it will, I don't know.
Something.
Yeah, something's got to happen.
Something is going to happen.
Everybody's been paying the price.
Something is going to happen.
I
just
think-
don't know how and who all it's going to affect.
I have thought
But
before.
so it's a big push right now, though, that your blue collar jobs, or your trade jobs and things like that. They said that you're here soon. You're only going to be able to associate trade jobs with millionaires. That's what they say.
Yeah.
I hope that's right.
There's a lot, no joke.
Bring it.
No joke.
Well, the last recession we had, we had we're setting records, with business because people can't afford to buy new, more. You go in there and, but they said, when I'm listening to this podcast, and it's how do we have 400-something thousand needs for jobs in this country with all these people not being able to work and still going on? Why is it like that? And he said, one thing, I think it was Micro that said it, but he made a good point, and he said, go back to the Great Depression. Go back to that, where you had people standing in lines to get some food because there was no job to have. Right? They didn't have jobs during the Great Depression. So you didn't have a job to go to make money, to get food. So you stood in lines. He goes, and I guarantee you, if you walked up to those people and offered them a job with one of these $400,000 or one of these 400,000 jobs that are needed right now, every one of them be chomping at the bit. Anything to be. So it's a lifestyle.
What
It's
drives
a
me crazy
culture and a lifestyle
with all
problem.
this is I know if I could name 3 people. I'm not going to. I can name 3 people right now who do not have a job, and that says they can't find a job. I'm speaking for myself. When have I ever found a job that's like, oh yeah, that's what I want right there. That's the job that I want. That's not reality. That is not reality. Reality is, okay, here's working at McDonald's, or here's working at Walmart, or you can't tell me you can't find a job, or
Right.
you can't get a job. I don't believe it. It's
Yeah.
not the job you want, but that's not reality. Reality is, I've got bills, or you're 27 years old and you're still in your mom and dad's basement, and you don't have to worry about nothing because mom and dad are doing this for you. But
See, that's the problem right there.
I know that, absolutely it is. But don't tell me you can't find it and do better for yourself. You know what I mean? You may not want that job at Walmart or Dollar General or McDonald's, but I'm like, it's not. It's what they want, and then if they get the job, well, this isn't fun. What job is fun?
Yeah, I want to
I've
quit.
heard that so many times. Well, it ain't fun. Work's not fun.
Yeah.
But now, especially not at entry level.
No, absolutely
But
not.
but there's always somebody there right now to pick up. 90% of everybody's got somebody that if they get in a financial pickle, somebody's gonna back them
Bail
up all
them
the way
out.
down
Bail
to
them
the
out.
government.
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely. Bail them out.
Oh, here-
Absolutely.
Like like that stimulus check deal, and I could not. I wrapped my head around there. Tried to wrap my head around that multiple times, and I still cannot see the benefit of that. Everybody treated that like free money.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Nobody
Mhm.
was conservative about it, or
Mhm. Yeah.
but
It
as
wasn't
long-
for to go spend. No joke. I had customers that come in and ask me to the dollar amount how much this mower costs, down to the taxes. All right, as soon as that money hits, I'll
As
be
soon
down
as I
here.
get that stimulus
Yeah,
check,
I'll be down here and get it. I'm like, that is not what this is for. But if you want a mower, you come on down here and I'll take your stimulus money from you.
Yeah.
Because somebody's going to.
You know what we
I
did with ours?
mean?
Megan, well, I guess. How long ago was that? It seems like a long time ago. Oh, that's
4 or
4
5
years
years
ago.
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? You remember how much it was?
$2,400 for
Something like
kids.
that, yeah.
Okay. I told her, I said,
Only got
somebody's
one.
going to have to pay for this. I said, put it in an account. Let's not touch it. We're going to have to give it back to somebody. You
I
can't borrow
messed
money
up
for free.
because once again I was not real proficient with doing my taxes, and we were making. I think I was actually 2 years behind with the IRS, which I've caught up now, except for last year. But we never got that because we hadn't filed taxes in. I guess it'd have been 2017. Does that sound right? 16. But we got one stimulus check out of that. Boy, they send out 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. I don't remember.
But then we ended up being able to claim it on the taxes later on. So everybody just kind of got their bonus Christmas gift early, is what that was.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
as long as there's somebody there to bail you out,
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna put.
I don't even know that I would feel right if I was getting some sort of paycheck from somewhere, like the government or whatever the case is. I don't even think I would feel right. You know what I mean? Would you? I mean, if somebody was sending you $2,500,
You mean if I was sitting at the house collecting a welfare check or something?
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd feel weird. I'd love for it to happen to me.
Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't love for it to happen.
I could use a little help, at least one or two.
Yeah, let me try it out for a month.
Let's see if I like it.
I just don't know if it'd feel right.
Yeah, no. It
Well,
would.
you brought it up without me even saying it. But that's what they were talking about today on there too, on that podcast. Was you got to rip that safety net out from under them. My crow's like, if I'm on the tight wire walking up there, and I've done it forever, and I ain't fell yet, but I got a safety net down there if I do fall. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. I can do whatever. And then all of a sudden one day he was talking about he had put some money up and trusted an investor, and he had like $1 million like for this invested, and he was doing good and everything. And all of a sudden this guy ran off with the money, and then he just had nothing. He goes, now all of a sudden I look down, that safety net's gone. He's like, that's what we need. Is all these safety nets gone for everybody to start doing what they need to do to
people
be
need to
contributors.
Sometimes people need to get a little uncomfortable to really make them push harder. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. I was off work today. Okay, what did I do? I set an alarm at 6. I got up. I drove up to North City, mowed the boss's yard, started mowing the boss's yard. Brody's on vacation, so I started at 8 o'clock. I mowed from 8 until 10:30. Met Megan at work. Got in the car with her. We drove over to Harriman for a state baseball tournament. Rained us out. Drove straight back. Went back to mowing and mowed till 5 o'clock. Come home. It's like I was at work all day anyway, even though I was off today. But you ain't got people doing that kind of thing. I didn't have to go mow up there.
Right.
I don't need the money.
Right.
I don't. Well,
I know what you mean.
I ain't just starving.
Little side hustle. There.
Yeah, but I mean, there's got to be a drive in somebody to just want to do better.
Absolutely.
It comes down to that. You got to want to do better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Well, and that's it. There's a double-edged knife with that too, though. Like we were discussing earlier, where you can still put in overtime and be no further ahead than you were if you put in 25
They
hours.
took out double the taxes on you. Still made $200 more, worked 8 hours longer.
Yeah.
That don't math up, but
Yeah.
Well, I know what you mean.
But
Absolutely.
there's definitely a way you got to look at it there.
Yeah.
But I think it's more than that, man. I think it's more than that. When I worked, it wasn't just about me. It was about the guys I worked with too. I didn't want to leave. If somebody like for example, me and Matt, all three of us working together, you got sick, couldn't come to work, and I was off that day, and somebody called me to come in. I ain't going to think to myself for a half a second, I go in work, they're going to take it all out in tax. I think I'll just stay home. No.
Right.
I'm going to think, first thing I'm going to think of is Matt. I'm going to go help my coworker. I'm going to go in, I'm going to help him.
Go help.
Hey, and I'm going to make a little extra money. That's the second thing I'm going to think of. Yeah. That's another thing right there. People only care about themselves, man.
I tell you, as a guy, we bought fireworks from one of my really good customers, and we went and bought some fireworks. Help him out, and he was heading to the beach after the 4th, and he said his daughter had to pay one of their coworkers. I don't know who runs this fast food joint, whoever manages it needs their tail end kicked. I don't know when you're not scheduled to work, but if I call you in to come work, you need to come work. That's how I've always thought it works. But he had to give his daughter $50 for somebody to come cover her shift because she needed to be off so they could leave to go to vacation.
So in other words,
she paid some dude to come in $50.
Come in and work.
Cover her.
Yep.
For $50. I thought
you ain't got people out there needing it, man. They ain't wanting it. They're okay with whatever bar they're at. They're not trying to set another one higher and do any better. They get comfortable where they're at, and that's all they need.
I said, you gave her. He's like, well, I want her to go to the beach and not lose her job. Yeah. But the manager made her find somebody. The manager didn't find somebody. The manager made her find somebody.
That's what I'd do. I'd say, you want to be...
$50? I mean, I'm just saying...
Well, I don't know about the money, but if you work for me and you want to be off on a day...
Find somebody.
Yeah, find somebody to cover your shift. I'm okay
with it. But if everybody
it.
says no and you go back to the boss and
but
say
you're
something,
the one scheduled to be here today.
I get it.
Okay.
I get that. But
find
I'm
you
just
somebody
saying,
to work for you.
I'm just telling you, though. You're the boss. I'm leaving. You can write me up, do what you want. Now it's in your hands.
I just don't need you.
Yeah.
Come on, Cody.
Yeah.
Let's go bust this table.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
You're the manager.
You want to go to the beach bad enough
Yeah.
when you get back home after you're beaching it up.
Yeah.
I don't need to see you here.
I'm that guy. I'll light the bridge around me. Like, if I've got something in my mind, I'll let both sides set on fire, jump in the water and go for a swim, not look back.
You're going with a third option.
Yeah, don't put me in an ultimatum. Man, it's I bet that's Chick-fil-A, wasn't it?
I think it was actually KFC. I'm pretty sure it's KFC.
Dang chicken people.
Yes,
Eat more beef.
chicken. Yeah.
You just
I
would have looked at. I would have said, "Well, so you're focused on the money part of it." Cody's like, "Don't you dare me not to." That's the part he's on. I'm on the manager side of it, which is, how long of a notice did they try to get? If you'd have scheduled this 2 weeks, if you gave me just 2 weeks, I'd make sure.
I don't know that.
I'm sure it was the dang day before.
I'm sure it was
because somebody's irresponsible.
But regardless, I'm just saying. Okay, well, make something happen for them. If they're a good employee, make something happen for them. Yeah, sure.
What kind of good employee tells you the day before?
Well, if you don't know, if there's something come up and you don't know, make it happen for them.
What? Yeah, but a vacation's planned.
I'm talking about is if for some reason they needed to go. I'm just telling you.
Then
take the vacation out of the scenario.
Absolutely make it work.
Find somebody.
But the vacation makes all the difference, though.
But I'm just saying, even if they come to you and say sick, is the manager going to say, well, find somebody to cover your shift?
No, if you're sick, you're sick. Guess she should have called in and said she's sick.
But maybe that's what she should have.
Yeah, maybe she should have. Yeah. She wouldn't have had to worry about that $50. Everybody's stressing over.
Well, she wouldn't want to. Nobody really touched anyways.
I just think it's poor management. Period. Find somebody to make it happen.
I'm in agreement with
Find
that.
somebody.
Find you somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Yep, your managers make manager money for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Don't you? We'll get on with that one.
I couldn't keep helping. That might be why. I couldn't keep helping. I shoot horses. I'd feed them, water them, pay them good, teach them a trade. Yeah. Something they could, throw in business. I
would shoe horses. It would be
once. I would shoe horses once.
Well, I mean, if I had to make money, I'd shoe them. But I don't like a horse. I don't like nothing about them. Don't care nothing about them.
Don't meet the owners. They get any better.
Yeah, they're worse than the horses.
They're expensive.
Yeah, they are.
They just eat a bunch of hay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They're called hay burners for a reason.
I know.
Yep.
I'd rather jump on a motorcycle and ride a dang thing. I don't see no point. I'm sorry, but I see no point for a horse. I'd rather jump on a motorcycle and go somewhere.
Yeah, there is no point for them unless you're going to use it to work with or ride.
Yeah. I'm just saying ride a dirt bike.
Unless you're going to, if you can't see a point, he's saying they're selling them for 6 figures right there.
Oh, I get that.
Point.
I get that.
Yeah. There's your point.
I can get with that.
But if you want to be a millionaire in the horse world, start out a billionaire.
Yeah.
I mean,
you need some money.
You're not just going to jump into it.
Yeah.
Gosh, Jess, my wife, she's been in it since she's always been that. She's literally owned a horse till about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Her whole life.
Dang.
Her family owns River Glen Equestrian
I'm
Center.
sorry,
in
Jess.
Newmarket. About what? That was her choice to sell
me
it.
hating horses.
Yeah. Oh no, she knows it. We had a rule when we first started dating. I said we don't talk about horses on weekends or after 9 o'clock.
Shit.
I think he hates them more than I do.
I don't care for him. I like mine. But he did step on my foot and bruised the top of my foot a couple weeks ago.
You should put your foot under his.
Yeah, I know. Shouldn't have even had it. Been moving it.
There is a lot of good horse owners out there. Just they're there. But
A lot of bad ones too.
yeah, it's an acquired taste. You know, like it's about like people who race lawnmowers. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but
Yeah, it does not. That's true.
yeah, but
Why do we do it? And why do you spend so much money
Yeah.
in that little bitty lawnmower?
Yeah, it's like racing cars or anything else. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. You just find something you like to do and it's worth spending money on. So,
You know, I tell you what, you can get into jumping horses about like you can get into, you know, dirt track racing. You can go and buy a Chevy Cavalier, which is the equivalent to something out of a sale barn, and back to the same results. Or you can go and buy a Monte Carlo and send it to the Hedgecock. It's about like, you know, buying that $100,000 warm blood. But I don't know where I was going with that. To be honest with you, I've lost track of thought on.
that's
No,
all
it's
right.
good, it's good.
We've been very way off track. So,
Oh, that's good.
let's wrap it up. Cody Chapman, thank you. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You have a success story. High school dropout, being told not going to amount to anything.
You don't have to have college education to be successful.
Doing better than me. Let's say that.
Yeah.
So that ain't a very high bar to get over, but you're doing better than I am.
I think we're all doing extremely well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're all three of us are doing extremely well.
we've got a lot of doors open. I mean, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I passed by your business pretty consistently, and you know, there's always cars in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Always.
Yeah, yeah.
And Bo, you get changed positions so much, I don't know where you're at as far as from one day to the next. But I know y'all are opening up new locations. It seems like everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I know it's because of you.
Shoot,
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining us again. We'll have somebody else on. We're going to start doing this every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Every couple of weeks. It just makes it easier to schedule our guests and try to keep having guests. So we may slide a few in a little quicker than that, but
Absolutely.
we're going to try to start doing it every couple of weeks on a Monday. So thank you guys for listening, and tune in next time.
Thank y'all. See you next time.
I'm Cody Chapman, and this is Second Floor Sessions.
Oh, I love it.